Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draw ink sands from Undertale. Let's get started at the top of our page with the eyes. So I'm going to start with the brow line. From the left to center, I'm going to curve down and then up towards the left. We're going to leave a gap and do the same thing on the right. Coming down and then back up. From this point I want to curve the top of the eye, almost like drawing a circle, and then back up underneath the frown line. So start on the left, we're going to curve up and out, round out the side of the eye. We're just going to pull that up towards the bottom curve of that frown line. We'll do the same thing on the right. Curving up and out, rounding out the eye, and then pulling that up and then in. On the inside, we're just going to add a wrinkle. From the left side, we're going to curve down and then out. Now on the left side, we're going to draw an oval for the pupil. Starting from the top, work our way around to the bottom and back to the top. Draw a smaller oval on the inside. Now on the right side, we're going to draw a star. Starting from the very top, we're going to angle down toward the left and right. Then we're going to go straight across towards the side of the star. Then we're going to come down and then in. From these ends, we're going to come down at an angle. And we're going to come back up toward the center point. Now let's just trace that star out on the inside, leaving an even space gap all the way around. Let's add the nose right in the middle. So in between the eyes, we're going to start with a point. From that point, we're going to curve out and down towards the left, and then the right. Now we're going to curve to connect those 2 points. We're going to go up in the middle, and then back down. Let's add in the mouth. So directly underneath the left eye, I'm going to start with a curve coming down underneath the nose and back up on the right. We're going to round out the side of the mouth and then come down towards the bottom of the mouth. Just going to round these out and then connect it with a curve. Let's separate out the teeth. Starting with the center, we're going to draw a straight line coming down from top to bottom. We'll move over to the left and then draw an angled line going out. Draw that one more time. Now on the right, we're going to go in the opposite direction. Now that we've drawn the face, let's draw on the top of the head. So in line with the bottom of the eye, we're going to step out. Right out here, we're going to draw almost like a half circle, going all the way around to the top of the head. And we'll work our way back down on the right side. Now from the left side, we're going to bump out the cheek and then just come down underneath the mouth. From here, we're going to work our way back up towards the right side. On the left cheek, we're going to add an ink stain. Starting up here, we're going to go up, then down. And we're going to curve it back out with a slightly longer line. Round this out, come in. And we're just going to wave this back in towards the side of the head. On this side here, we're going to add a small circle. Now let's move down and draw in the scarf and the neck. So in the center, we're going to step down, draw a curve from left to right, coming down, and then up. We're going to leave a gap in the center and draw 2 straight lines coming down on the left and right. Along the neck, starting on the left, we're going to curve down and then back up. Now let's add the outside of the scarf. We're going to step out, draw a curve coming down and in. Now we're going to step back out, curve down to create a wrinkle, and back up on the right side. Let's draw the sides of the body. Starting on the left, underneath the scarf, we're going to curve out and then down towards the hip. Now from this point in the hip, we're going to curve out and then up towards the base of the scarf on the left side. Now we're going to step up and draw that same curve. Now we're going to add some colorful crayons along here. Starting in between these 2 points, we're going to draw a straight angled line. We'll do the same thing along the bottom, leaving a gap on the bottom and top. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with that same curve. Now we're going to separate this by adding some vertical lines, just going all the way across from top to bottom. Now in between the hips, right in the middle, we're going to add the knot of the jacket. Stepping down, we're going to go up, round out the bottom, and we're just going to pull that back in. Let's add the arms of the jacket. On the left side, we're going to curve out and down. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to curve back up. And from here, we're going to pull that back in behind the knot. Let's add a wrinkle. Just about halfway down here, we're going to curve out and down on both sides. Now from the hip, I'm just going to curve down in behind the knot. And then we'll go back up on the right side. Let's add the suspenders along the side. So on the left side here, we draw a straight line coming down. We draw that twice, coming in. Now we take that and draw the same thing back here on the left side, starting with the outside line, going in behind the strap, and then down. And we'll add a buckle on the top left side here, so 2 straight lines going across. Let's add that same buckle on the right, just lining this up. Now let's add the jacket tied around the waist. From the hip, I'm going to step up, curve around the hip, and then in. Do that on both sides. Now from this bottom side here, we're going to curve out and then down. Now from here, we're going to curve and pull this up underneath the knot. So we're going to start on the left, go across and up, in behind this arm, in towards the center. Now right in the middle, underneath the knot, we're going to step down, draw a curve from left to right for the lower torso. On the left side, I'm going to step in, draw an angled line coming out towards the left and right, towards the bottom of the shorts. Now from here, I want to curve out and up underneath the jacket. Underneath the pants, we're going to draw on the leg. So on the left side, I'm going to draw 2 straight lines coming down. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to overlap these 2 lines with a curve. Starting from the left, we'll come down and back up. And then from the ends, we're going to curve in the opposite direction in behind the leg. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Now we're just going to split the top half of the leg, so drawing a straight line coming down. Let's add in the shoes. From this top point, we're going to go straight down towards the heel on both sides. Now let's round out the bottom of the foot. Coming down, and then back up towards the toe. From the toe, I'm going to curve the top of the foot. We're going to go up, and then we're going to pull that down, aiming towards the heel. We're going to stop right about there. Do the same thing on the right side. Now from the outside of the ankle, we're going to come straight down on top of the foot. Let's thicken up the sole. I'm going to take this curve and just duplicate that right up above. Then we're going to add a toe cap. On top of the foot, we're going to curve in and then down. Now from the outside of the foot, I'm going to step in, just draw a short line coming down just for the edge of the laces. Now let's move back up and draw on the arms. I'm going to start with the sleeves first. So on the side of the scarf, curve out, then down toward the left, and then the right. Now we're going to curve down and in behind the body. On the left sleeve, we're going to add a half triangle. So we're going to come down at an angle, and we're going to go up towards the top of the sleeve. Now let's draw on the arms. Starting from this point, I'm going to curve out, and then down towards the wrist. From here, let's draw on the thumb, a small half circle. Now from the bottom of the thumb, we're going to curve up and in towards the wrist. Let's add in the fingers. At the bottom of the thumb, we're going to come around and go up. We'll step down, curve out, and then up. We'll draw the third finger going out, and we're going to pull that up underneath the sleeve, leaving a little overlap on the end. Let's separate out the fingers of the glove. On the index finger, we're going to curve down and up, and we'll do that same thing to all the fingers. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the inside of the arm, we curve out, and then down. Draw a half circle for the thumb, and pull that up towards the thumb. Now at the bottom of the thumb, we're going to go around and go up for the first finger. On the side, we'll go out and up again. And then the third finger is going to go up underneath the sleeve. Now let's separate out the fingers. Let's add the wristband. From the inside of the wrist, we're going to go out and up. We step up and just follow that same curve going in. Do the same thing on the right. Now from here, we're going to add a large brush going across the back. starting at the base down here, we're gonna start on the outside, we're gonna go up in an angle, in behind the hand, and then in behind the body. Now we're gonna follow this all the way up on the right side. Now we're gonna step down and draw that same angle line, but we're gonna taper this as we come up. So it gets a little bit narrower as we come up towards the top. We'll close off the top with a small half circle. We're gonna add a band along the top. Curving around, step down, and draw that twice. Let's close off the bottom with a curve. Now we're gonna add the end of the brush. Starting from the top, we're gonna curve out, down, and we're just gonna flick that out at the end. From here, we're gonna connect those 2 points with a curve, coming down and then back up. Let's add some ink along the bottom of the brush. Starting out here, we're gonna come down, up, round this out, come down again. We'll pull that back up. In here, we're gonna add a small circle. Let's add a puddle of ink just below the brush. Starting on the left, we're gonna go across, pull that in. We're gonna go out again, round this out, come back across. We're gonna go in, and we're gonna connect those 2 points. We're gonna go out and then back in. Now the last thing we're gonna do is add the scarf on the left side. So just behind the cheek, we're gonna curve out around the arm, and we're gonna flick it up at the end. We're gonna curve the end of the scarf. Now we're just gonna pull that back in behind the arm, going across, and that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's ink sands from Undertale. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.